Hello, and welcome to another Bosko's Toy Box, where I'm back with more toy collectibles. I'm here to show you toys that I bought, and no one else. All mine. Toys that I bought with my money. Now, you know that's not true. It was toys that I bought, and toys that are all mine. Yeah? Yeah, you're right. Of course I'm right. So yes, I am back with more toy collectibles. This time it is toys that I bought at Savers and a few from Epic, probably within the last week or so. And this little guy here is a Christmas Nutcracker M&M candy dispenser, which I got for 99 cents. And the only thing that sucks about this is that he had a bunch of whiteout on him, like streaks of whiteout, and I cleaned it up, but I got I don't know, just a little too clean happy, and I rubbed the paint off on one of his mustache sides here, so I decided to wipe it clean from both so he doesn't look odd. So I might repaint that black, and I actually kind of messed up the little eye part there. But you know what? I don't care. I'm not going to resell them. I'm just going to keep them because I actually like them as a candy dispenser or like a little puppet. But so that I'm just going to kind of keep and just kind of I don't know. I have another M&M dispenser actually, so I might just go right next to it. Other stuff that I got, I will show this one off, and what I'm gonna have to do is lower this just a little bit. And this one is if Dismania wants this is of course from Toy Story 2, or it actually might be from Toy Story 3. She does have her cloth chaps, which is really cool because, you know, sometimes those would be missing from a thrift store. And she's got the little wheel lever where you spin it and she spins her lasso around. So Dismania, if you want that, I will gladly put that in your toy box, or your trade box actually. Another one that you might want, Diz, is I think this is from The Little Mermaid. It's a wind-up toy that goes in water, and it swims around in water. So if you're interested in that, I will also put that in your trade box. And I think I have one more for you from The Jungle Book. So if you would like that as well, Dismania, I will put that in your trade box. And then another toy that I have for somebody is Bionic Turtle. I know you collect Pez dispensers, and this is a Safeway semi-truck that is a Pez dispenser, and I'll show you the word Pez there so you know it's not like a knockoff or anything. And it does work, you know, the hinges is still there, and it extends out. Stickers are a little worn, but still it's actually pretty cool to have. I'm not sure about, I don't even know if they put years on these, but Bionic, that is yours if you want it. Okay. And then one other thing that I'm going to throw out for like an offer. Now, it could be for wmpyr. But the other one that it could be for is Twisted with his customizations. So I'll throw it out there to wmpyr first, and then if wmpyr doesn't want it but Twisted does, let me know. This thing is from Yu-Gi-Oh, so that's why I'm offering it to wmpyr. I'm not sure about his exact name because I'm trying to look this up and I can't get a name off of this, but it is for Yu-Gi-Oh. And it does have batteries inside, and I actually switched it on, and I touched it somewhere where it made a noise. I don't think it's going to do it again. It is missing, as you can see here, a side part and a side part, which are like I think it has these wings that are supposed to go to it, or like another part of a horn. But you can see that it's actually kind of, it would make a really cool customization piece. wmpyr, if you don't want this, then we'll throw it out there to Twisted. It does have some articulation in the tail and slight articulation in the mouth, just a little bit, not hardly any actually. Oh, actually the top piece is what moves. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay, so let me I actually turned it on. Let me shut it off because it's not, I don't know why it's not making any noise now. Okay, now this next thing, let me throw out another thing for Twisted. I got this in a one of the toy bags. So as you can see, it is a pretty much like a quadriplegic or something, Dr. Doom, I guess. But even doesn't even have a head. But it's got the movable parts where you would put the legs and the arms and everything. So if you want to make like some kind of weird creature out of this Twisted, I will gladly put this in your trade box. So let me know. Another thing, I got this Incredible Hulk, which I really don't know what it is, but it's like this real, it's like a not a transformer, but like some kind of knockoff transformer, because actually it looks like he's trying to perform a sexual act on himself, but it's got these wheels, and as you can see, it's got the tracks like a tank, and it oh, it pulls back. There we go. Okay, because I didn't try this out yet. So it's some kind of tank. Yeah, so you can see there's the missiles there at the top. So if someone is interested in that, I will gladly put that in their trade box. Let me see if I can. I know there's like, there we go. Okay, I know he pops back into place. So pretty cool for somebody if they want it. Everything else I'm going to show you is not up for trade. This is from 1989, I believe. And for those of you that are my age, in the 40s, maybe in the late 30s, know what this is. This is the High C Tane Lips guy. It's a mascot guy. Very cool. I like collecting these kind of PVC figures, so that's very cool. Another wind-up that I got is from Rugrats, and I actually like this kind of wind-up because it's not your standard wind-up where it would just scoot around. This one, you can actually see that he's on a bouncy toy, and that's exactly what he does, is he bounces right when he goes. You can wind him up, and he won't move until he hits the sensor at the bottom. So, that's actually kind of cool. I like that. So, keeping that. This is a Burger King Kids Club toy. It's looks like a dog in a space shuttle, and what it's supposed to be is actually a complete space shuttle. The back piece is missing, but I actually like this for a toy photography thing. So I'm going to keep that, and maybe even with the hopes of finding the back piece at some point. This is just a random plastic car. It's going to go in my little collection of random cheap cars. And speaking of cheap cars, I have another one of these. And like I've mentioned before, these are found at the Dollar Tree. Like it's either a 4 or 6 pack. I forgot what they are. But so many different styles and colors and little logos on the hood. I got this fire hydrant. I don't know what it's from, but keeping that so I can use that for my toy photos. I've got this, and I'm going to raise this, and we're going to have other tall things coming up here. This random guy action figure, he's going to go with that female phone operator repair girl, whatever. So that'll be a nice pairing. That's just going to go in my random figures. I got a very cool Mr. Freeze Imaginext. That's going to go in my collection. So I love that. I found a Fred from Scooby-Doo. Very cool. And just as a reminder, all the stuff that I'm showing you is not up for trade. Please, 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 not up for trade. Now this next cool thing and I will show you the mark, the tattoo mark. If you can see that, it says JP 3. So this is a Jurassic Park 3 dinosaur, and that's going to go in my Jurassic Park collection that I'm starting, because anytime you find these action figures or the dinosaurs, which are indicated with that JP logo, you need to buy that little toy bag or whatever it comes in, because these go for a pretty penny on eBay. So, and it's very cool. I like this kind of dinosaur. It looks it's just a very cool color, and just a very cool I don't know, I just kind of like that. Very, very cool. Now the next cool thing, I've never had these action figures before, and this is a Mighty Duck from the cartoon series, not the movie, not Emilio Estevez movie, but from the cartoon series. And I believe this guy's name is Body Check, and he's supposed to come with a hockey stick and I think like 2 hockey pucks, and he does have a movement in his arm, which is a switch, and he's supposed to body check. There we go. And he does have articulation in the arm, and he does have a indentation here where you're supposed to put the hockey stick at. So very cool action figure. Really like that. That's going to go on my shelf. The next thing I bought, which for $1.99 each, I got these McDonald's Batman Forever glasses, and they came out in 1995, I believe it says on the bottom. So this is the Riddler glass, which I actually still might own these, and they still might be in my storage garage back home. But I decided to pick more of these up just in case, because these go, you can usually, like I said, I got this for $1.99. I can probably, if I ever wanted to sell this on eBay, $4 each, maybe max, maybe. This one of the same line, Batman Forever. This is Robin. The Batman and Robins were the taller ones, and then the shorter ones were the villains, the enemies. And then this is Two-Face. If I can get a good focus, there you go. So now you can see it's Two-Face, which is very cool. So like I said, $1.99 each, very cool. I actually wish they made glasses like that. Okay, now the next thing I got, not so much toy, but it was in my Savers excursion, is, I thought this is very cool because, for one, this is out of print, and two, this is, you can hardly find this, even if you were to go to like a used CD store or whatever. But this is the soundtrack to the movie Hiding Out with John Cryer from the 80s, which is a very cool movie if you haven't seen it. I highly recommend that you, I don't even know if you can, I don't know how you would be able to get it. If you can find the movie, if it plays on cable, whatever. And if you don't know what it's about, it's like John Cryer is a stocks guy. He gets in trouble for trading stocks, or he's involved with the trading stocks of other people in his company, and he decides to come clean and be testify in court. Well, they have to hide him out in protective witness protection, and he decides to kind of bail and not testify in court. And he hides out in a high school and pretends he's a high school student. So very, very cool. I love the movie because it also has a very attractive Annabeth Gish when she was in her maybe her 20s, maybe late 20s, however old she was when she made that movie. The next thing is now I've said numerous times that I collect the golden books, and I only collect like the vintage, the really, really old ones from the 50s to 60s and 70s, and then some 80s I'll get if it's licensed product, like I showed you with the Rainbow Bright, which was 85. But this one is, I think this is 1996, but this is Winnie the Pooh, the Sweetest Christmas. And the reason I got this is that it's already in reprint, like 2 or 3 reprint edition circulations already, And this is the first edition run, so first printing. So that's the reason why I got this, and it's not been written in. As you can see, it's got the clean page where you would put the name, and that's the reason I got this. It's the first printing, which will mean down the road it could possibly be worth something like the other old ones that get their first edition printing price, because they can, for the vintage ones of the 50s, can go for a couple hundred, which is really crazy. Now, the next thing I got is, it's been a while since I've mentioned this, and it's actually been a while since I've actually got another one, is that I'm a photographer, and I like doing toy photography, but I also like doing just other kind of photography. And one of the types of photography that I do is a lomographer. And if you don't know what lomography is it takes like really crappy cameras, whether it be digital or film, and you challenge yourself to use crappy cameras just to kind of give yourself a challenge. And I have 3 or 4 kind of like low quality, low grade digital and film cameras, and I just like collecting them. And a lomographer will mostly use, if they're going to go for a digital camera, they use the really cheap ass kid cameras because they're so low quality, and they have like funny features with like sounds and like on-screen graphics, and just really low quality pixels. And so I found this one from Play School, and I think it just got released like this year of 2015 or maybe late 2014. But this is a Play School digital camera. I got this for $2. Now, I had no idea what it was besides just a digital camera. I knew it was a digital camera, but I didn't know what kind of features that this had, or if it even worked. And I tested it out, and it works. But what is really cool about this certain camera is that it has a built-in memory, so you can store 1,000 photos. But what is so cool about this is that after you take the photos, you can project your photos on the wall. So all you have to do is take your pictures, and then there's a switch right here where it beams out of this large area onto the wall. Now, I'm not even sure if, let's, you know what, let's see if I can get a dark, I don't even think I have like some kind of dark material to put this on. You know what, I really don't. Let's see. Nope, I don't have anything. Because I was gonna, you know what, actually, let's try to do the table here. I took a picture of my dog. So let's see if this works. Okay. 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 You know what? It is not going to work because it is just not showing up. I do apologize on that part. So just take my word for it that it does project out on the wall, but again, it's a crappy quality digital camera, and for a kid's camera, that's what you're expecting. But it's a way to challenge myself to try to take photos with crappy cameras. That's what a lomographer is supposed to do. And then the last item that I bought for 50 cents is, I forgot the year already on this, but I do collect board games, and let's see if I can get a year really quick on this. I know it's the 80s. Oh, I apologize on that one. It's 1999. But this is the board game of Aggravation. Now, 50 cents. It has a very clean board. It has the dice, but it does not have, it has like half the marbles. And actually, these marbles that it comes with are they're plastic and almost feel like it's just, I don't know. They don't feel like marbles. You know, even though it says a classic marble game, they're not marbles. They're just pieces of plastic. So what I might do is I might find some real marbles and then just throw them in this to actually have it as an actual marble game. So that is it. I think I did show you everything that I got. So I do have other stuff to show you, but it's Hot Wheels and it's some of the pickups. So I'll just have to show that to you in a future video or two. And then I'll be doing the flea market here Saturday morning, going back to Broadacres, which is our big flea market out here in Las Vegas. A very cool flea market. And so that's it. In the comments below, just let me know what you thought was a cool toy that I found, or just anything. Just commenting on maybe even like the Mighty Ducks action figure that you had completely forgot about, and just thought how cool it was, or just anything that you saw here that you would like to comment on. And the description below is my toy photography link and all the friends in my Collectors Talk collecting circle, stuff that they have to show off, and of their YouTube videos, of their thrift store finds, and everything else. So until next time, this is Bosko signing off.